and that I may be healed and that I may be healthy, and everything that I do may come from a healthy perspective. What's good, everybody? Hey guys. Oops. So Tian actually got me this small gift here. I love it a lot, and I am now vlog. Oh, nkosi yam. Yeah, so we're doing reflections. We're reflecting on my journey to greatness because you guys asked me for my journey to greatness reflection, what I've learned, and things like that. And I've actually learned so much about myself. Let me remove these glasses. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about being a creative. I think the one thing that has been big on me is, guys, I don't know why, but I wasn't really like a careful person. Like I'm not a perfectionist. Like I wouldn't require things to be perfect. I think generally for me, most of the things, except for my work, like with my work, it's different. As long as we give what we're supposed to give, for example, with a video, as long as I say what I'm supposed to say and all that, how the quality is like, how the background is like, who cares about that? But I think with my journey to greatness, I've found myself actually caring a lot about things like that. Caring about the quality, how the picture looks like. Now I am actually so worried about the sound. I'm thinking of getting mics. So if you guys have like any idea of what kind of mics I should get, because I use my phone. I think the struggles that I use my phone to record. So those are some of the things that I've actually found myself doing, like being careful about, being conscious. Oh my goodness, how's the lighting? Like the other day, like last week's video yasmanga. You guys should actually check it out. I think especially part 2. Because part 2, for me, it was very emotional, and we touched a lot about mental health, which is something that I feel a lot of us struggle with. I know I struggle with that. So I think you guys should check it out. I think it might be helpful. So those are some of the things that I've learned to actually be worried. With Smanga's video, I was actually worried about like the lighting. I was like, yo, I look so light, guys. I'm not this light and all that. But then at the same time, I was just like, I cannot re-record the entire video, and it's just the light. So I've been like wanting how I present myself as well. Yeah, those are some of the things. And also like learning from other people. I realize now that, guys, YouTube is a big deal, honestly. You cannot make it big on YouTube if you don't put in the work. I don't think you ever will. If you're not serious about it, it's not gonna go anywhere. You need to put in the work, and also you need to be very persistent, because you can't put in the work and still not get as much views. So you need to be really persistent. And yeah, and also I think of imposter syndrome. I think that's a real thing. It's been a real thing for me. Yeah, because I would like to connect with you guys. I think the place where I feel so comfortable is like on YouTube, but then I would like to like go on Instagram or go on Facebook, have a live, talk to you guys, connect to you guys, talk about what you guys like about my channel, what you don't like about my channel, and also talk about other things that we actually talk about in the channel, like mental health, like careers. Because I think like these are the things that a lot of people are not talking about, but we're still getting them wrong. I think for me, that's why I started this whole channel and my whole journey to greatness, because we're not talking about careers, guys. I don't know what we're doing. We're talking about celebrities, you know. We're talking about things that do not help us in our own personal lives, and we need to just talk at least about things that can actually help somebody. Like we need to, guys, like life is hard, unemployment is real, and also getting stuck in one position at a certain job is real, not because you want to, but because you do not have access to information, or you do not know that actually could be something better out there. So yeah, those are some of the things that I'd like us to talk about, and some of the things that I've learned actually. So yeah, get my diary and then continue with this video and see how it's been going. So I now want to do a few reflections about what I've learned from my journey to greatness. And honestly speaking, I am so grateful to have started something and for it to have actually come this far. Because honestly, when I started, I was scared. I was really scared that, okay, would I be able to keep it going? What if I get bored? What if it's not sustainable? But then anyways, guys, at least I would know, like, you know what, and right now I'm actually enjoying it so much. And thank you so much to you guys for watching, and also for the comments, guys. Like, I think we take so much for granted, or maybe I used to take so much for granted, like people saying that you're doing well. That means a lot to me. Like, sometimes I don't feel like waking up to record. Sometimes I don't feel like scheduling a meeting with a guest. But then when somebody is like, yo, Shongi, what you're doing is amazing. I wish that we could have had this when we were younger. You know, like, such comments, they make me wake up and be like, you know what, let me continue doing this. And that's why I'm still here today, continuing. So thank you so much for the words of encouragement. So I've actually wrote some of the notes here, but it's not everything. And the one thing that I can remember from the top of my head is what I think Charles said, that at some point somebody has to break the chain, and that stuck with me. Like, that really stuck with me, because I feel like you have to be selfish sometimes in order to make it, because if you're always going to work back, if you're always going to give back, you might not reach your full potential. You not reach your own personal goals. And if you do not reach your own personal goals, guess what's going to happen to your kids? It's actually the same thing. So now the way that you grow up maybe will be slightly better to your kids, but it still won't be at the point that you'd like it to be, like, because you were not selfish enough to be like, you know what, I am actually letting go of everything, and this is the path that I'm following. Also, with making a decision to pursue something, to not being afraid to try new things. I think for me personally, that's what my journey to greatness means to me. Having to pursue different things, having to look for other alternatives. Another thing that I've learned from my journey to greatness is connections, guys. Like, connections are so important. Like, there's so much that I'm actually learning from the people around me, information that people are sending me personally, and be like, okay, Shongi, there's this, okay, Shongi, you can try this, okay, Shongi, you can do that. And I'm realizing now that if I didn't have all these friends, none of this would be possible. So I'm really so grateful for that. I think that I learned, I think this is big for me. I actually said it in like one of the videos, is my journey to greatness, was to believe. I think growing up, I've always had the dream to be like, okay, I'm going to school is hard, but then at some point school is going to end. And I've just come to a realization that the moment you stop learning, that's the moment you die. I mean, I completed my master's last year, 2020. Well, I didn't complete last year, but I graduated last year, 2020. But I already feel like my master's is outdated. I feel like I need to do more. I feel like I need to have another qualification on top of that. I need to learn. It doesn't have to be a PhD. It can be a short course. It can be anything that improves me as a person, and anything that improves my skills. Like, I could do like leadership, I could do a finance. Learning is a journey, and you should never stop learning. Do not be afraid to learn. And especially, I was actually speaking to a friend of mine the other day that this is the time for us, especially if you're young, you have no kids, you have no husband. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, do something, start something. And also collaboration. Like, there was a guest that I actually asked to actually come to my journey to greatness, and I remember he was like, no, Shongi, I cannot come. Like, the standard that you put on my journey to greatness, the people there are so high. And I'm just like, there's no way I would have asked you to be on my journey to greatness if I didn't feel like you were qualified enough. because of the knowledge that you have, the experiences that you've been through. I think that is something that would like to learn. And actually explained a lot of things about what I like about him and what he's done and how it could help a lot of us, because he's not into education, he's into something totally different. And still, that is very important to me, because I feel like on my journey to greatness, I've focused a lot on education, because I have friends that are educated. Like, most people on my journey to greatness are people that I know, so that's why. So those are the people that I naturally gravitate towards. But it's not just for education. It's just your journey to greatness, whatever your journey to greatness looks like, you know. And I think that is also the same reason why Casey was the first person, because he, as much as he was still a student, he was on his journey to greatness with business, with presenting, and that is the whole atmosphere that I wanted to give out. So yeah, so that the whole thing of him, my guest that I was asking to come here, saying that there's a standard, I feel for me it was like, okay, we're actually doing something right here. So yeah, that was beautiful. Another thing that I want to say is that you don't have to have everything. I know a lot of YouTubers say this, but you don't have to have everything figured out, guys. You grow from that, and I think with your love for what you're doing, you naturally improve. For example, I've always wanted to start a channel, and for me, I figured an iPhone was very important for me to use to start a channel. I bought an iPhone instead of a camera, because I wasn't sure if how long I was gonna be on YouTube, and I didn't want to be, because also I was scared, guys. Like, I still feel scared. I still feel like, oh, am I really good enough for this? Do I have what it takes to do this? But I am actually naturally growing in my craft, and I really appreciate that. When I started, I had this small ring light. I have a bigger ring light now. That's why you find that the light is popping, the video is popping, you know. And I still use my iPhone. I'm planning on using it for a while. Now I have desires to get like mics, you know. I want to be speaking on a mic. So yeah, and then now I want to buy like a MacBook, you know. There's a lot of things that I feel like, okay, I need to change this, I need to improve that. And honestly speaking, when I started, I was like, oh my gosh, the background, I don't even have like nice things. People are gonna be seeing my house. I don't want people all over my house. But honestly speaking, I am so proud of myself for starting, despite everything that I had and despite everything that I did not have. I feel like I still gave an impact. I still made an impact. And thank you so much to you guys, like to every person to every guest. I think I will start with the guests. To every guest that has honored me and has been comfortable enough to come to my journey to greatness. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And to you guys who keep sharing, oh my goodness, like I saw you guys' love when Talenta came here. I think so many people actually shared Talenta's video, and it's now like the top performing video on my YouTube channel. So that was beautiful. Thank you so much. And to everyone who comments, guys, please comment. And also please watch the whole video. I think I'd really appreciate that. Please watch the whole video. Just try and watch the whole video. If you don't finish, just go back to it and finish it. Like, I'd really appreciate that. It actually helps my channel, because if YouTube realizes that actually people like watching this whole video, then they can actually recommend it to more people, and that's how the channel grows. And also, I still want to be monetized by the end of this year. I know it's almost August, but I'd like to be monetized by the end of this year. So the more you watch, the more I can get to my 4,000 watch hours. The more you share, the more I can get to my 1,000 subscribers. So please help me, please help me by sharing and by watching. I remember one of my guests was actually telling me that, oh Shangi, you know what, when I just put your channel on, I just let it play. So if you can do that, just let it play, go to work, and yeah, when you come back, my channel is still playing. Like, that is going to add a lot of value to my channel, and it will actually help me to continue with the work that I'm doing, and help me with getting guests to come here, getting a proper camera, getting proper editing skills, and just growing. Like, I think it would be so beautiful. Imagine me saying that, oh guys, I'm working with this brand, like like that would be so amazing. Like, yo, that would be, oh my goodness, I don't know, like, but that would be everything to me. Yeah, and you know, like, I was just want to share this with you guys. I know this video is not long, I'm sorry, but then with the UCT High School thingy, I was just like, you know what, I don't know where I fit in, but I would like to just form part of that high school somewhere. I want to be there somewhere. So if you're watching this and you have connections on how I can get to UCT High School, please let me know. I'd like to apply for, I don't know what, but I'd like to be just part of that. I'd like to work with young people, and yeah, I think that's one thing that I enjoy doing. I think another thing that I need to share with you guys that has really been outstanding for me with my journey to greatness is that especially with Smanga's video, it made me go on a journey of healing, because as we're speaking with Smang, I realized that there's a lot of things that I had not dealt with from my past that I actually need to deal with. And now I've just been praying about it and just reading the word and just listening to podcasts as well. And that has been, something else. Like, it's been, I find myself in the treadmill crying because I am thinking of all the things that I deem normal, which God is just showing me that, Shungi, this is not normal. The world may think this is okay, but Shungi, this is not okay, you know, and so many of those things. And I've seen this thing, it was like, I think for me, that video I did with Smanga was like a wake-up call that, okay, like, hey, wake up, because I've seen these cracks, these things that I haven't dealt with, like opening up, like, oh, okay, there's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. And for me, I had accepted that this is just who I am. But it's all because there are things in my past that I had not dealt with. And that is why things are the way that they are now. And I'm just so grateful that I'm actually dealing with all that. And I hope that God will continue to heal me and also teach me a whole lot about healing so that I can actually share with you guys, because I think it's a beautiful journey that I'd really like to share with everybody. I actually did a live the other day and I was just talking about how I am so scared. Like, I am scared of so many things. I am scared of, especially like with my supervisors at UCT, I remember I would be scared to send them email. I would be scared to open up emails, like something as simple as sending an email. And those people are really nice guys, like they're really nice, but I would be so scared of those things. And I'm realizing now that no, man, it's because this and this happened to you when you were younger. So now you're scared of expressing yourself. You're scared of approaching people. You're scared of this and this and that. And I'm actually identifying all that and being the person that I am now. I think that's where I'm actually learning and healing. And I just hope that God continues to heal me, whatever that means, and that I may be healed and that I may be healthy. Guys, this whole healing thing is a lot. Like, I could rant the whole day, but I'm so sorry that this video is long. But that's one thing that I actually wanted to talk to you guys about, because it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and I'll share some more with you guys as the journey continues. So thank you so much once more for watching. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your love that you show me every day. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Like, whoo! I'm so excited about that. Like, oh my goodness, like, who would have thought? Not so long ago I was celebrating 50 subscribers, and here we are now. And thank you so much to each and every person who have subscribed. Some of you, I know you used all your 3 accounts to subscribe. Yes, then you've used your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters' account to subscribe, and I am so grateful for that. I do not take that for granted at all. So guys, I will see you guys in my next video. And I know that might be too much light. This video was very spontaneous, but I think like it was very important for me to speak from my heart, and just to tell you guys how grateful I am and all the things that I've learned from my journey to greatness, and also not to make it so formal and so serious. because I like chilled vibes. I'm very chilled. I like chilled vibes. But I understand that I need to be professional. Look at me rambling again. Okay, guys, bye.